Because if not, I don't have control of my bladder.
Do you want to walk some stuff back? Me and Gabriel.
I will literally pee behind your seat.
A humiliating moment and a stunning fall from grace for an ex-fire captain accused of hiding behind his badge while terrorizing the people he should have protected the most.
All right, you gonna be like that for about 20 minutes?
Probably not.
I'll tell you what Danny Vanover told the judge about the charges. I'm Anjanette Levy, and this is Crime Fix.
For 25 years, the people of Clermont County, Ohio, believed they knew exactly who Danny Vanover was. The guy in the turnout gear who showed up when your house was on fire. The paramedic who knelt beside you on your worst day. The part-time officer who patrolled the quiet streets of Williamsburg. The captain who trained rookies and mentored young firefighters. The man whose name was spoken with respect at every department he touched, from Loveland, Simms Fire Department in the mid-1990s to Goshen Township Fire and EMS, where he started as a part-time firefighter, paramedic, and rose to full-time in 2003, lieutenant in 2010, and captain in 2015. But investigators say that badge, that helmet, that uniform were never protection for the public. They were a disguise, because behind the community hero, prosecutors allege, was a man terrorizing a woman and children in his own home for years, hiding physical and sexual abuse behind 2.5 decades of commendations, department Facebook posts,
and... After 25 years of service, Danny Vanover retired as a captain. The fire department posted on Facebook at the time, Goshen Township Board of Trustees accepted with regret the retirement of fire and EMS captain Danny Vanover last night. Danny, who is better known as DJ, has worked in Clermont County / public safety for 25 years. Danny started with the Loveland Simms Fire Department in the mid-1990s. In 2001, he came to work at Goshen Fire and EMS as a part-time firefighter / paramedic. He was promoted to full-time in 2003, promoted to lieutenant in 2010, and promoted again to captain in 2015. In addition to working for Goshen, he spent many years working at other departments part-time, including Pierce Township and Sycamore Township, as well as the village of Williamsburg, where he worked as a police officer. So Danny Vanover was very decorated in his career. He was promoted to that position of captain in 2015. The fire department went on to say that Vanover would be spending more time with family and raising his active sons.
A retirement announcement that thanked him for his service and said he'd be stepping back to spend more time raising his sons, a line that reads very differently once you learn what came next, because in the fall of 2025, a Clermont County grand jury indicted the retired captain on charges of rape, felonious assault, and gross sexual imposition. Charges built on the accounts of 3 separate victims who told investigators Vanover's cruelty went on for years and escalated far beyond anything neighbors or coworkers ever suspected. One woman said she was held down and sexually assaulted. A young man said Vanover pressed a lit blowtorch to his skin. A third victim, a young woman, said the abuse against her began when she was still a child. When prosecutors later asked the court for permission to introduce prior bad acts at trial, they argued that the pattern across all 3 victims was so consistent it revealed Vanover's motive, his opportunity, his scheme, and...
Vanover is in cuffs, going to jail. These charges are serious. The prosecutor would later say that the victims were abused by Vanover for years. The woman was held down and sexually assaulted. The young man said Vanover held a blowtorch to his skin. And a third victim, a young woman, said Vanover sexually abused her starting when she was a young child. The prosecutor would later ask to introduce a number of prior bad acts against Vanover at his trial. Assistant Prosecutor Brian Goodyear wrote, "The facts and circumstances of the pattern of abuse perpetrated by the defendant against all 3 victims are similar to the allegations in the instant indictment and would demonstrate the defendant's motive, opportunity, identity, scheme, and plan.
The absence of any accident or mistake, language that paints the picture of a man who didn't slip once, but built a system of control inside his own household that lasted year after year, while the outside world saw only medals and gratitude. When deputies with the Warren County Sheriff's Office finally arrived on September 26, 2025 with an arrest warrant in hand...
On September 26, 2025, it was around 4:30 p.m., deputies with the Warren County Sheriff's Office went looking for the former fire captain, an arrest warrant in hand. They find Danny Vanover shirtless, and they put him in cuffs.
Hello. How are you?
Be better.
Yeah, I just walked up.
You mind standing up for me and facing the other side of this car for me?
Yep, just give me a sec.
You're good. Here's go right here, okay? Turn face around.
Okay. I got a keypad on too, so.
Oh, they got them already. I don't even need to.
Hey, you told me to go up to the house with CIS. Is that what I should do?
Right here.
You have anything on you that'll stick a poke me?
I don't think so. I think it took almost 20
They found him shirtless, seemingly unprepared for the moment that was about to end everything he had built, and the arrest itself, all caught on body, worn camera, is almost impossible to reconcile with the charges he was facing, because instead of the composed authority figure who once commanded a firehouse, deputies encountered a man fixated on the mundane.
Take a listen.
All right, bud. We're gonna walk over to this cruiser over
You
here.
want to transport or you want me to?
I know this is going to sound weird, but I don't have a whole lot of control of my bladder. So you can put different cuffs on me. Can I pee real quick before we take off? Because if not, I'm probably going to pee on myself in the car.
Ask that dick. He wants to know if he can pee before he.
On your tree, but otherwise I'm going to end up peeing in your car because I just have a pad on and not a diaper. And can you get my dad's phone number from him? Because it's in my phone.
You didn't have your phone on you?
Yeah,
They took it.
They took it.
Asking almost immediately if he could relieve himself before the ride to the jail because of a medical issue with his bladder, mentioning he was wearing a pad, asking deputies to pull his father's number from his phone so someone could reach his attorney.
Now, I don't know. If you're gonna, you might have to sit down and slide, just literally slide all the way back.
Trying to figure out, you have to grab on or something.
Yeah. Here, you want to like turn around and put your butt in first?
Yeah.
Think that might help?
Well, and if I can get my knees up. Pull my shorts, like the pant leg up over my knees.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Sorry.
You're good.
You can get my son.
I got your glasses in your hat.
I need to get my arm out.
This back that way. Does your arm need to go behind you?
I got it.
You got it? Okay. And I'm gonna crank this air on because I know it gets warm back there real quick.
Okay.
But if you need to like, however you need to
gonna
shift,
have to, you have to go on the other side.
he's got you on the
Complaining
other.
about the position of his arms in the cruiser and the heat building up in the back seat. Small, almost pitiful details that stand in jarring contrast to what his victims say he did to them behind closed doors. In that same footage, Vanover offers his own explanation, telling deputies this all started because he was going through a divorce, that he'd had what he called a mental break, that his ex-wife was done with him, that children's services got involved, and he ultimately lost custody of his sons.
This all started because I was going through a divorce. And she was done. I had a mental break and she was done with me. They sent a paper after they lost the first court case. They did allegations against, and then I lost the boys to CPS, and they sent a thing wanting everything, and then I countered with it, and then next thing I know, I got a paper from CPS saying that there's been abuse and neglect against, and
I got your dad's phone number for you. That's what you wanted, right?
yes, and I need to have him get my phone, give him my number.
He's driving your
Yeah,
phone.
I'm going to put this in your pocket, okay? Maybe.
Here, I'll hold on to it.
Thank you.
First
So
hold on.
it'll be in his phone number will be in your pocket. Just tell him when he gets.
How about that?
Huh? Yeah, tell him the number to get him my
You got
phone
it,
to call the attorney. It's on. It's under Mulligan and